Dr. Ann, in all of your years of providing this program, what have you learned?
Well, one thing I've learned is that we're all very, very unique people. We all have different chemistry profiles. We have different genetics. And so part of the process of turning your life around so you'll have a healthy lifestyle is also discovering what's best for me. I remember when my sister was young, she ate strawberries and she got a rash. I have a friend who ate too many carrots and ended up in the hospital for a bad reaction to carrots. Now, these things are healthy foods. This should not happen, right? But we are unique. So people do react differently to different foods. And I think a lot of what we must do for ourselves is to basically take charge of our own health, figure out what it is that's good for us, and stay within the blueprint, stay within the guidelines of the Dr. Ann plan, because it's a good guideline and it gives you just enough room to figure things out for yourself. And one of the problems that I see is that people will go away from the plan, go away from my program. They'll try something else and then they'll get discouraged and then they drop everything. So don't let that happen to you. Keep this plan in place, even if you decide, I'm going to become vegetarian and I'm not going to have gluten and I'm not going to have saturated fat. Fine. Just do all of that, but keep this in place. And the other thing I've learned is that there's more than one way to achieve good health. But what I'm providing in the plan is basically a moderate approach. And let me give you some examples. If you did everything absolutely correct, nutrition wise, you probably wouldn't have to worry that much, maybe about the exercise or doing meditation. There are three keys in the program, and I mention them as apportion, move, and silence. So let's look at the apportion. The apportion is eating. Well, I give you a lot of leeway in that apportion key. And if you went very strictly with a nutritionist who, was going to be very strict about exchange tables and this, you can only have this and you can only have that, I think you'd have an excellent diet. The problem is it wouldn't be that sustainable. So that's why we're a little more moderate. However, if you did that, then maybe you don't have to worry so much about doing a lot of exercise, or maybe you don't have to worry so much about the spiritual part of this or doing meditation. So let's take another example. Let's look at the key that's move. I know people who are marathon runners who have terrible diets, just terrible. They will eat like one whole chocolate cake at a sitting, but they're exercising their body to the limit. And that exercise, whatever they're doing, is maintaining their health. So they're going to one extreme, in my opinion, but it means maybe they don't have to worry so much about what they eat because they're running all the time. And maybe they don't have to worry about doing meditation because the physical prowess that they have is so extreme and so wonderful that it doesn't matter that much. So if you're doing that, maybe you don't have to worry about the rest. Now let's get to meditation, which is silence. This is what I recommend in the plan is to have moments of silence. Do a meditation. There are people, I think they're called monks, that go on the mountaintop and they meditate. They don't worry too much about their diet. They don't worry too much about their exercise, although I'm sure they walk and I'm sure that they have good, healthy eating, but it's not primary. What's primary is the mental part, is the spiritual part. And again, if you wanted to devote your life to tuning your mental abilities, your ability to visualize, your ability to have your brain be the total director over your body, you probably wouldn't have to worry too much about the other two parts, about the nutrition and the exercise. So, what I've done with the plan is to say these are the three keys apportion, move, and silence. These are the three keys to good health. If you wanted to just focus on one key, maybe you don't have to worry about the other two. But I suggest a moderate approach, an approach that I call in the middle. So we just take the middle ground. Yes, you'll have a good diet with some flexibility. Yes, you'll do some exercise, but not to the extreme. And also, you will include meditation. And on that note, may I say that there are people who have been able to visualize their cancer cells being destroyed through meditation. You can lower your blood pressure through meditation. So many things are possible when your mind is the director. And in many ways, it's such an important variable. So I promote self love. I think you need that self love to move forward on taking care of yourself. And I also think having purpose in life really, really helps to keep you going, to keep you motivated, and take care of yourself. So I wish you all well, and thank you.